Hello everybody and welcome to this training course. In this video we will launch SolidWorks and we will draw the interface. To launch SolidWorks, double-click this icon. As you can see, we have three options: Part, Assembly and Drawing. For now, let's start with Part. Double-click Part. This is the main interface we will deal with during this course. This area is called the ribbon bar. It contains most of the commands we will use. It has many tabs, as you can see. For now, we will only use three tabs: Features, Sketch, and Evaluate. To hide the rest of the tabs, right-click any of the existing tabs and just select the ones you want to hide, like Weldments, and so on. This area here is called the model tree. Whenever you use a command in SolidWorks, it will be listed here in order. This area is called the working area. Here you can see your parts when you create them. Changing units is easy in SolidWorks. To change the units, click here and you can select your system of units. In our case, we will use mmgs, which stands for millimeter, gram, second. Just click it to select it. As you can see, the icon size is relatively small. Click this arrow here and go all the way down to button size and then select medium. Don't worry about this message now, just hit OK. In the next video, we will talk about the logic behind 3D modeling, and we will start our first sketch in SolidWorks. Hello again. In this video, we will talk about the 3D logic, and we will start our first sketch in SolidWorks. Let's have a look at this body here. As you can see, it's enclosed in this box. So, any body in the 3D space can be enclosed in a box like this. Keep this in mind and let's go to SolidWorks and see that. Now, imagine that we have this box here. So inside this box, we will have any model that we will create. As you can see, this face and this face are the same. So instead of dealing with two faces all the time, we can simply move this face somewhere here, and move this face somewhere here, and merge them to have something we call the right plane. So now, we no longer have these faces, but we have the right plane instead. By the same way, if we move this face somewhere here and move the bottom face somewhere here, we will have something we call the top plane. So now we no longer need these two faces. And finally, if we move this one and this one to the middle and merge them, then we will have something we call the front plane. So instead of dealing with 6 faces, now we deal with 3 planes. These planes form the 3D space we are talking about. So in order to be able to describe 3D bodies in general, we need these 3 planes. Now let's talk about the intersection between these planes. Let's have a look at the top and at the front plane. As you can see, the intersection between these two planes forms an axis here. And we can see it's the dotted line. This axis is called the x-axis, and you can tell that from here. So now, let me show this. once we have the right plane too, we will have two more intersections. The first intersection is between the right plane, this one, and between the front plane. And then we have this axis, the vertical one. And this axis is called the y-axis. And we have another intersection, and it's between the right plane and the top plane. And this axis is called the z-axis. Now in SolidWorks, we will deal with something we call sketch-based features, which means we will use these three planes to create 2D sketches, and later on we will use other commands to turn these 2D sketches into 3D features. So sketching on these planes will be like drawing something on a piece of paper. This piece of paper is flat. Now, the intersection between these three planes is this point, which we call the origin point. And you can see it here in the model tree. So basically, we have the front, the top, and the right, and then the origin listed in the model tree. Now, in your case, you will only see these. So our task will be now to start a new sketch on one of these planes. Before we start, you can hide and show these planes by holding Ctrl and selecting them, then releasing Ctrl, then you will have this small menu here. And click the eye icon. Now the planes are still there, but they are only hidden. Now, to start a sketch on any plane, you simply select the plane, then from the small menu select Sketch. You will see your sketch listed here, the last item in the model tree. Click here, then Normal to. Now, if you have a look here, you can tell that we are looking perpendicular to that plane. To finish your sketch, select this button. This will save your work. And to exit without saving, you simply select this one. And then discard changes and exit. In the next video, we will start with 2D sketching. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.